What's up, folks, and welcome back to Dyce Reacts World. We are staying in Australia tonight. Oh yeah, we are going to be checking out the history of the AFL State of Origin 1879 to 2019. Interesting. Very much excited to check this one out. We ain't going to waste no more time. We're just going to get right into it, folks. We're going to get right into it. Oh yeah.
Competition between the Australian states began in the 1800s, with the first match played between Victoria and South Australia in 1879. Victoria won the game 56-3, and so began a 100-year period of dominance for Victoria. In the 1880s, more teams joined in state competition, with New South Wales and Queensland going head-to-head in 1884, Tasmania taking on Victoria in 1887, and New Zealand playing New South Wales in 1889. Western Australia wouldn't play their first game until 1904. In 1908, the first interstate carnival took place, with teams being organised into two separate groups. Victoria, South Australia and WA were in Group A, while Tasmania, New South Wales, Queensland and New Zealand were in Group B. Victoria went undefeated through the competition. These carnivals would continue for many decades to come, but following this first carnival, New Zealand would no longer take place. In the mid-1970s, there had been a significant push for a true state of origin competition, where players would be selected based on which state they came from. The first of these matches was played in 1977, after 2 years of negotiations between the WAFL and the VFL. Western Australia won the match by 94 points.
Wow.
State of Origin continued throughout the 80s, but the end of the decade saw radical change in the Australian football landscape. In 1987, two non-Victorian teams joined the VFL, the West Coast Eagles from WA and the Brisbane Bears from Queensland. To represent its more national status, the league was rebranded to the AFL, Australian Football League, in 1990, and over the next 7 years the league would see continued expansion, with two South Australian teams and another West Australian team joining the AFL. Suddenly, interstate matchups were happening every week, and the novelty of state of origin was wearing off. The players weren't willing to risk injury, and coaches were more interested in keeping their focus on the AFL season. In 1999, the last AFL state of origin match was played at the MCG between Victoria and South Australia in front of a crowd of just 26,000. State of Origin was officially dead. In 2008, the AFL celebrated the 150-year anniversary of the sport. As part of the celebration, state football made a one-off return. Initially, the idea was for a state of origin carnival, with the majority of states represented. That concept was eventually scrapped, and instead the AFL held one all-star game between Victoria and the Dream Team, which was made up of players from all other states. Needless to say, the non-Victorian states were not happy about this. Victoria went on to win the game by 17 points in front of a crowd of over 69,000 fans.
Whoa.
No further state representative games have been played in the 11 years since, but the debate about a possible rebirth of state of origin continues.
Yes, this was very, very interesting. So basically it was made up of different states per se, and it wasn't really that widespread in Australia at the time. So basically it's a state of origin, and which I watched the history of the AFL, and it explained that how it began, the expansion of the what it is now today called AFL, and I didn't know it was something where people were such against it in terms of coming out of state games and actually rebranding it and making it bigger. To me, I'm seeing it, it's a better deal, because it has broadened the game, and so many different teams in Australia, parts of Australia, have had teams, and it's broadened the sport as a whole. So I don't know, why would people be upset about taking out state origin, like games. I don't know. I don't know the significance. Maybe it was the way it was done when they transitioned. I don't know as to why there would be a backlash in terms of that. Yeah, this is very interesting. I need to go further into the state of origin. I need like a bigger, more compound understanding of that exactly. Not just what it's about, but exactly like why are some folks, like why would they want it to come back if it was something that was kind of like a hindrance from making the sport grow. I don't know. Hit me up in the comments with some more information about that, and you guys could send me a link where I can get a better understanding of like the state of origin, something that is more deeper, so I can understand apart from just like the AFL itself, like the just before the AFL, almost like the AFL before the AFL, like what it consists of, and any information that would enlighten me a bit, I would appreciate that. Yes, guys, if you want to see that long drawn out outro, hit me up on Dyce Reacts, where I do music reactions. Yes, you can find me there. I do a lot of good music. I got Aussie bands as well. Yes, I got Cold Chisel there. Yeah, I got Cold Chisel and some other great Australian bands. I love this. I'm gonna be checking out more. So this way I'm gonna be making my exit. Until next time, peace out.